Ever hit that submit button on a job application and just feel like it vanishes into thin air?
Yeah, like tossing a message in a bottle into the sea of the internet. You hear that whooshing sound and then silence. It's like, did anyone even see it? Did it land in the right inbox or get lost in the spam filter abyss?
Right. And, a big part of that is those applicant tracking systems, or ETS. They're supposed to make hiring more efficient, but sometimes it feels like they're just creating more barriers.
Okay, so before we get too deep into the weeds, can you break down what ATS actually are and why they're such a big deal for job seekers today?
Sure. Basically, an ATS is like a giant digital sorting hat for resumes. Employers get so many applications these days that they use these systems to scan for keywords, skills, and experience.
So instead of a human looking at each resume individually.
The ATS does the first pass, filtering out applications that don't meet specific criteria.
Okay, so it's like a robot gatekeeper deciding who gets through to the next round. No wonder it feels so impersonal. And this is where RoleCatcher claims to come in and help level the playing field. Right. We're going to take a deep dive into RoleCatcher and see if they actually deliver on that promise. They got a whole platform designed to help you navigate this new world of automated hiring.
And they've provided us with some interesting materials to dissect. One thing that caught my eye was this case study on compliance engineers. And I was surprised to see that it's not just about technical skills anymore. They highlighted things like reading comprehension and communication as crucial for success in that role.
It really shows how the skills employers are looking for are evolving. Even in highly technical fields, you need to be adaptable, a quick learner, and able to communicate complex ideas effectively.
It makes sense when you think about it. If you're constantly dealing with new regulations and technologies, you need to be able to process information quickly and explain things clearly to different audiences.
Exactly. And that's a skill set that's transferable to so many different industries. It's not just about what you know, but how you learn, adapt, and communicate.
And speaking of transferable skills, the guide also mentioned the growing importance of certifications, even outside of those traditional technical fields. I always thought those were mostly for IT specialists or something.
Certifications are becoming more and more valuable across the board. It's a way to demonstrate your skills and knowledge in a tangible, measurable way.
So it's like saying, hey, I've got the skills to pay the bills, and here's the proof to back it up.
Exactly. And employers love that because it gives them concrete data points to evaluate candidates. Plus, it shows you're proactive and committed to professional development.
That's huge in today's job market. So to sum it up, it seems like the name of the game is adaptability, communication, and being able to back up your skills with concrete evidence.
Absolutely. And those are all qualities that RoleCatcher claims to help you develop and showcase.
All right, so let's dive into their platform and see what they've got. So we've talked about the challenges of the modern job hunt. How do we actually use RoleCatcher to, well, catch our dream roles?
From what I've seen, it's all about streamlining the process and making you a more effective applicant.
Okay, so less about tricking the system and more about putting your best foot forward strategically.
Exactly. They've broken their platform down into these different sections.
Yeah.
You've got jobs, network, CV resume builder, companies, interviews. It's pretty comprehensive.
It's a lot to take in, like where do you even start?
Well, they seem to be pushing their job section as the central hub.
Makes sense. It's kind of the heart of the job hunt, right?
Right. And instead of having to hop between Indeed, LinkedIn, company websites, all these different places, RoleCatcher pulls those listings into one place.
Oh, so it's like an aggregator. So you're not limited to jobs that are only on RoleCatcher. You get a broader view.
Exactly. Plus, they encourage employers to post directly on RoleCatcher, so you might find some unique listings there, too.
Ooh, insider access.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, so you're not just searching for jobs, you're also managing them, right? I saw they have that RoleCatcher.capture browser extension thing.
Oh, yeah, that's a cool feature. Say you're on LinkedIn, and you see a job posting that catches your eye, boom.
Instead of just sending it to the black hole of bookmarks.
You use the extension to grab the key details, the title, the company, the requirements, and it goes straight into your RoleCatcher dashboard.
Organized and ready to go. That's so much better than my current system of like a million open tabs and scribbled notes.
It's all about centralizing everything, and that feeds into their CV resume builder, too, which is where I think things get really interesting.
Okay, because everyone says your resume is so important, but it feels like the rules keep changing. How does RoleCatcher approach that whole resume game?
Well, remember how we talked about ATS?
Yeah, those robotic resume screeners.
RoleCatcher's CV resume builder has built-in AI that analyzes your resume and compares it to the job descriptions you're interested in.
Oh, so it's like it's reading them the way an algorithm would.
Exactly. It's looking for those keywords, those skills. It gives you a match score to see how well your resume aligns with what employers are looking for.
That's so much more helpful than just a regular spell check. And I saw they encourage you to have different versions of your resume.
It's all about tailoring your application. So you're not just sending the same generic resume to 100 different companies. You're highlighting the most relevant skills and experience for each specific role.
Okay, so you're being strategic. And RoleCatcher helps you do that without having to manually tweak every single word every time.
Right. And on top of that, they have this whole section dedicated to interview prep. They've got a massive database of interview questions,
How massive are we talking here?
over 120,000. And they're all categorized by industry, job title, even specific skills.
Okay, that's next level preparation, but it's not just a list of questions, right?
Nope, they have this whole AI-powered practice interview feature where you can record yourself answering questions.
Oh, wow. So you can see how you come across, like your body language, your tone of voice, all that stuff.
Exactly. And the AI gives you feedback on your delivery, your clarity, even how well you structure your answers. They're really trying to cover all the bases.
Okay, so RoleCatcher sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the fine print. Is this whole thing actually free to use?
Well, they do have a free version, which gives you access to like the basic job searching, a more simple resume analysis, and a limited number of those interview questions.
Okay, so you can get a taste of what it offers,
Yeah.
but to really unlock the full potential,
You'd want to look at their RoleCatcher Copilot plan. That's where you get the really in-depth AI stuff, the personalized recommendations.
right, got to pay for the good stuff.
Yeah.
But honestly, even the free version sounds like it could be super helpful for someone who's just starting their job search or feeling overwhelmed by all the different platforms and tools out there.
Totally. Just having everything in one place, your jobs, your resumes, your notes, that alone is a game changer for a lot of people.
Organization is key. But I was also intrigued by this reverse matching feature they talked about.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. It's like flipping the script.
Instead of you chasing down employers.
They find you.
So you create this profile, you put your skills out there, your experience, your career goals.
And then employers who are using RoleCatcher can search for candidates based on those criteria.
So if your profile matches what they're looking for, they could potentially reach out to you directly.
Exactly.
That's amazing. It's like instead of hoping your resume gets seen in that giant pile, you're putting yourself out there, being proactive.
And I think that's key in this job market. It's not enough to just be qualified anymore. You got to find ways to stand out.
Right, so after diving deep into RoleCatcher, the million-dollar question, is this the magic solution? Will it guarantee you a job?
I wouldn't say any platform can guarantee that. There are always other factors at play. But what RoleCatcher does offer is a really impressive set of tools to help you navigate the job search more effectively. It's like having a personal assistant, a career coach, and a research team all rolled into one.
I like the way you put that. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'd love for everyone listening to think about this. How much time and energy are you currently spending on tasks that could be streamlined or even automated by a platform like RoleCatcher? Because imagine what you could accomplish if you could redirect that time and energy towards crafting compelling applications, acing those interviews, and really putting your best foot forward.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, it's about being proactive, being adaptable, and using the tools available to you. And who knows, RoleCatcher might just be the missing piece in your job search puzzle.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, that's it for our deep dive into RoleCatcher. We hope you found this exploration insightful, maybe even a little inspiring. Until next time, happy job hunting.